Hello friends, in this video tutorial, we will learn how to dynamically show and hide columns in jQuery Datatable using jQuery with Ajax and PHP. Sometimes, we need to require show or hide HTML table columns dynamically, and we can easily show and hide HTML table using CSS. But if we have working with large dynamic data, which has been loaded in jQuery Datatable with server-side processing of data, then, at that time we need to write jQuery code for show or hide multiple columns. So in this video tutorial, we will show you how can we dynamically show or hide multiple columns in jQuery Datatable with server-side processing using PHP with Ajax. Now let's start discussing this topic. So this is our testing database, and in this, we have one customer table, with 5 table column like, customer ID, customer first name, customer last name, customer email and customer gender. In this table, we have already inserted 1,50,000 data, so we will load this large data in jQuery Datatable, and then after we will add feature like show hide multiple column. This is our working folder. First we have open index.php file, and in this file, we have already included jQuery library link, Bootstrap 4 library link, jQuery Datatable library link, and Bootstrap select plugin library link. In this file, first we have create one table with ID is equal to sample data. We will use this ID attribute value for initialize jQuery Datatable plugin. Under this table, we have create one table head tag, and between this we have create one table row tag, and under this tag, we have create 5 table data tag, with text like customer ID, customer first name, customer last name, customer email and customer gender. First we want to initialize jQuery Datatable plugin. For this we have go to jQuery code part, and here we have write Datatable variable is equal to $ with table ID sample data with Datatable method. This method will initialize jQuery Datatable plugin. Under this method, first we have write first option processing, which has been set to true. This option will enable the display of a processing indicator when the table is being processed. In second option, we have write server side, which has been set to true. This option will switch client side processing to server side processing. In third option, we have write order option, which has been set to blank array. This option will enable table column ordering. Lastly we have write Ajax option. By using this option, we can send Ajax request to server, and under this first, we have write first option URL set to fetch.php. Here we have send request to this page. In second option, we have write type, which has been set to post method. So here we have use post method for send data to server. Now we have moved to write PHP code in fetch.php file, and here we have write $connect variable is equal to new do class with 3 argument. In first argument, we have write MySQL host is equal to localhost, database name set to testing, user name set to root, and password set to blank. This code will make database connection. After making database connection, we have write $columns variable is equal to array, with table column like customer ID, customer first name, customer last name, customer email and customer gender. We will use this array for sorting table column. Now we have write $query variable, and in this variable, we will store query for fetch data from customer table. So here we have write select star from customer table. After this, we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write is set function, with $post search value variable, and here this post search value variable will be passed by DataTable plugin, so when we have write something in search box, and then it will execute this if block. So under this block, we have again write $query variable, and in this variable, we have append query like, where customer ID like $post search value variable with %, and this same query we have write for all table column. This query will search data from customer table. After defining search condition, now we have again write if statement, and in condition, we have write is set function with $post order variable. This condition will check, if this variable value has been set, then it will execute if block of code, otherwise it will execute else block. Suppose $post order variable value is set, then it will execute if block of code, and under this we have write $query variable, and in this variable, we have append query like order by $columns variable, with $post order 0 column variable, and $post order 0 direction variable. But suppose $post order variable value is not set, then it will execute else block of code, and under this block, we have write $query variable, and in this variable we have append query like, order by customer ID table column in descending order. Now we have defined $query1 variable is equal to blank value. In this variable, we will store query with fetch limit data. Below this, we have write if statement, and under condition, we have write $post length variable value is not equal to -1. This condition will check, if $post length variable value is not equal to -1, then it will execute if block of code. So under this block, we have write $query1 variable is equal to limit $post start variable comma, $post length variable. Here both variable value has been posted by DataTables plugin via Ajax request. Here we have store query in two different variable. From $query variable, we will get number of filter data, and from combination of both query, we will make complete query for fetch data from sample table. First we want to execute only $query variable query, so for get number of filter records, so for this here, we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable, with prepare statement, and under this, we have write $query variable, it will make query for execution. Then after, we want to execute query, so here we have write $statement, variable with execute method, it will execute $query variable query. Now we want to get number of filter data, so for this here, we have write $number filter row variable is equal to $statement variable with row count method, it will return number of row affected after query execution. Now we want to execute complete query, so here we have write $result variable is equal to $connect variable with query method, and under this we have write $query variable dot $query1 variable, here we have merged both query. And this query method will execute combine query, and return query execution result, which has been stored under this $result variable. Now we have write $data variable is equal to blank array. Under this variable, we will store $result variable data one by one. Below this, we have write for each loop, and under condition, we have write $result variable as $row variable. By using this loop, we can fetch data from $result variable. Under this for each loop, first we have create one $subarray variable is equal to blank array. In this variable, we will store data, which will be get from $row variable. First we want to store customer ID table column data, so here we have write $subarray variable is equal to $row customer ID table column name. After this, we have again write $subarray variable is equal to $row customer first name table column name. So here we have store first name table column data in $subarray variable. Same way, for store customer last name table column data, we have again write $subarray variable is equal to $row customer last name variable. Below this, we have write $subarray variable is equal to $row customer email variable, so here it will store customer email data. After this, we have write $subarray variable is equal to $row customer gender variable, so here it will store customer gender table column data in $subarray variable. So here, we have stored data in $subarray variable. Now we have write $data variable is equal to $subarray variable, so here we have store all subarray variable data into this $data variable. Now we want to get total number rows from customer table, so here we have make count all data function with $connect variable as argument. This function will return total number of rows from customer table. Under this function, we have write $query variable is equal to select star from customer table. Below this, we have write $statement variable is equal to $connect variable with prepare statement with $query variable. This statement will make query for execution. For execute query, we have write $statement variable with execute method. This method will execute query. Lastly, we have write return statement with $statement variable with row count method. This method will return number of rows from customer table. Now we have write $output variable is equal to array, and in this array, we have write first key draw with value $post draw variable. In second key, we have write records total, and in value we have write count all data function with $connect variable. In third key, we have write records filtered, and in this key value, we have write $number filter row variable, in which we have store number of filter rows. And in last key, we have write data, and in value we have write $data variable, in which we have store customer table data in array format. So this way, we have store all required data for make data table in $output variable. Now we want to send this data to Ajax request in JSON format, so we have write echo statement with JSON encode function, and in this function, we have write $output variable. This function will convert data into JSON string. So here our code is ready for load data in jQuery DataTable plugin, with server-side processing, so now we have check output in browser. Friends, here we can see when page has been loaded in browser, then we can see customer table data has been loaded in jQuery DataTable plugin. And here we can do searching of MySQL customer table data. Here we can see pagination is automatic made without write any line of code. And here we can also do sorting of data without refresh of web page. This is all feature of jQuery DataTable plugin. Now for show or hide this data table column, we have go to index.php file jQuery code part. And here we want to make select box for select multiple column. So here we have write select tag with name is equal to column name and ID is equal to column name. And in this tag, we have add multiple attribute for select multiple option. After this we have add customer ID, customer first name, customer last name, customer email and customer gender, with value of 0 to 4, which we can see here. First we want to initialize Bootstrap select plugin for select multiple option. So here we have write dollar with select box ID column name with select picker method. This method will initialize Bootstrap select plugin. So friends, first we have refresh web page, and after refresh of web page, here we can see select box, and from this select box, we can select multiple option. So here we want to hide this selected option column. So for this, we have go to index page, and here we have write dollar with select box ID, column name with change event. So when we have select option, then it will execute this block of code. Under this block, we have write all column variable is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in array format. For store selected option value, we have write remove column variable is equal to dollar with select box ID column name with value method. This method will store selected option value in remove column variable in array format. Now we want to get option value of not selected option. So for this, we have write remaining column variable is equal to all column variable dot filter method, callback function with object as argument. Under this function, we have write return statement with remove column dot index of method, with object variable value is not equal to -1, so it will store unique value from this above to array, and store in remaining column variable. Now we want to hide selected option column, so here we have write DataTable variable dot columns method, and under this, we have write remove column variable. After this, we have write visible method with false as argument, so this code will hide selected option column. And same way, we want to show unselected option column, so for this here, we have write DataTable variable dot columns method, and under this, we have write remaining column variable. So friends, first we have refresh web page. After refresh of web page, we can see customer table data has been loaded in jQuery data table, and above data table, we can see select box with column name. Now we want to hide customer ID table column data, so here we have select customer ID option from select box, and after selecting customer ID option, here we can see customer ID table column has been hide from web page. Same way we want to hide multiple column, so we have select customer gender column option from select box, and after selecting customer gender column option, we can see customer gender column has been hide from web page. So this way, we can hide multiple data table column data by simple selecting option from select box. Now we want to display hide data table column, so we have simply uncheck both column option. And after this, customer ID and customer gender data table column data has been shown on web page. So friends, In this video tutorial, we have learned how to dynamically show or hide multiple data tables column by using jQuery with PHP and Ajax. Lastly, if you have any query or inputs regarding this tutorial, you can ask your query in comment box. If you have liked this video, please share with your friends, or even you can also share on social media also. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe our channel for future video tutorial.